So we're going to head straight over to our commentators, Ray Houghton and first of all Jonathan Pearce. Jonathan, there was talk of the game being called off earlier on. Just how bad are the conditions out there? Well, we're having a few problems with Jonathan, but we're not having problems with the pitch.
It's not the worst pitch I've seen, but it's the worst for a long time. And the sight of one man with a piece of foam rubber trying to squeegee up Bucharest Black Sea was bizarre in 2003. Of this city, they won here in 83-84 against Dinamo on their way to winning the Champions Cup, and again in 2001 against Rapid en route to their UEFA Cup triumph. Much has been made of the absence of Michael Owen with his ankle injury. He has scored 6 of the club's last 10 away goals in Europe, but it would have been madness to risk any further damage in conditions like this. 2 changes from the win at Fulham. El Hadjouf returns from his ban for Smita. John Onorisa comes onto the left of midfield with Q pushing further forward.
Well, Gerard Houllier keeps his 4-4-2 formation, but changes in personnel at the back. Traore will play left back, allowing John Onorisa to play in a more attacking left. Gerrard is going to be crucial for Liverpool, sitting in front of the back 4, allowing Danny Murphy to get forward to support the front 2 of Heskey and Kuhl.
Steaua lead the league here with a 10-match unbeaten run. They've conceded just 7 goals in 15 games in all this season. They named the side that drew 1-1 at Southampton in the first leg of the last round. Marian Aliuta in the current Romanian squad has been pinpointed as the major danger by Liverpool, and they'll have to watch Raducanu up front. He scored home and away against Southampton and has banged in over 50 goals in the last 3 seasons.
Well, Steaua play a 5-3-2 formation, a formidable defence marshalled by Radoja. Wing-backs Dimitru and Muchika will get forward to support the midfield and also get crosses in to the box for the danger man in the Steaua side, Raducanu.
The referee is from Italy, Stefano Farina. He inspected the pitch twice, declared it playable, but had to change his boots apparently. The rain-drenched 900 Liverpool fans or so who have made the journey here will feel like dangling from his bootlaces, I should think, if this turns into a farce, and that is the major danger. Hamutovski tests his goal net. Nana Falemi, born of a Cameroon father and a Romanian mother and linked up with the Cameroon squad for the Confederations Cup in the summer, in the heart of their midfield. Dumitru playing on the right-hand side of their defence. The home fans full of colour and passion, and Liverpool get us off and underway, all in red, kicking from right to left in this first half. You can see lying water there just inside the touchline in the penalty area as well, and let me tell you, that half occupied by Liverpool in this first half is drenched and is a joke. Finnan to El Hadjouf. Is the weekend win out back. Forward towards Harry Kuhl. Get any zip across the turf, intercepted and away. It's going to be very, very difficult to sustain any sort of passing movement tonight, Rag.
Oh, no question about that, Jonathan.
Here's Gerrard on the surge. Heskey on the edge of the penalty area, teetering and tottering. Ground. And away eventually on the right-hand side, as Liverpool would see it, the Steaua left, looped long by Stoica. Ostina. Assistant referee also out warming up with the ref around about half an hour ago and having a good look at the surface, and to be fair to them, they warmed up with the Liverpool half. But look at the divots already being dug out of the turf. A couple of hours this afternoon to try and dry it out. How bad is it, Ray?
Dreadful. I don't know how the game should really went ahead, Jonathan. I just think the fact that Liverpool are here, but the major concern tonight could be injuries. You know, it is real farcical conditions out there. Players need to keep their concentration throughout the 90 minutes of football here, because it's going to be a game of mistakes, no question about it. Anytime there's a shot that goes into the keeper, defenders must get back and help him out, because he's not going to hold it this evening. It's just far too wet.
Gerard Houllier told our team in the tunnel he didn't think it was going to go ahead at one stage from his body language. Or do they want the game over and done with?
No question about that. I mean, they've travelled all the way over here, they've prepared properly for it. They've got a massive game on Sunday as well against Manchester United, and they'll want to get this game out of the way, but not at a cost. They don't want to go back to the second leg of this match having lost the game by a couple of goals.
Gerrard looked for Heskey. It dropped short. That's Alyuta to Dumitru, and a good run by him. Gerrard cutting across to try and block him off. And out wide looking for Radoy, who's pushed out into a wider right position. He's being coveted at the moment by 2 or 3 top Spanish clubs, Steaua tell us. And he's playing right side of the defence at the moment with Dumitru pushed into midfield. That is more of an orthodox 4-4-2.
Well, what also happened at the moment, John, is Falemi, who's come into the side tonight, but he's going to pick up Harry Kewell at every opportunity. You know, you've already seen when that Kewell's tried to get on the ball, Falemi's the one that's been closest to him.
There is Kewell, 5 goals this season. Matovsky, Belarus international away. Signed in the summer after a brief trial period here. Reese's touch. Dumitru, long and leggy, and looked in trouble. That's the worst patch of the pitch, by the way, down there, by that touchline. Look at it, look at the water on the edge of the penalty area as well. Dumitru with the throw-in. Back by Raducanu, in by Radoy. Annie Murphy away. Across the cover is Mutika. Mutika, uncompromising Romanian international. Rakita at the back, very experienced in his second spell here. He played against Aston Villa in 1997-1998. Villa fans may well remember those games. Savo Milosevic and Ian Taylor scored at home in the 2-0 victory to beat Villa in the competition after they lost here. Gerrard. Now captaining, of course. Finnan and Kewell. It's like a cabbage patch out there.
That's disgraceful in essence. I mean, you came here expecting a good game of football, both teams, Jonathan, but conditions are just dictating that it's just going to be trying to lump the ball forward. I don't think they're going to try and get the ball down and play too much, because with the surface water on the pitch, it's not going to zip across the field.
Traore. Gerrard already beginning to find ample space in midfield. Juve couldn't control it. Can't blame a player on a surface like this. This is the Romanian international. But gone are the days of the likes of Lakatush and Hagi and Dan Petrescu here. Top Romanian players all abroad these days. There's simply no money in Romanian league football. This club used to be closely allied to the armed forces, and when he came here, there would be thousands and thousands of soldiers in fatigues. It was the most bizarre ground to come to. That's no longer the situation, officially. Foul, play on. Gerrard, again, as he went to play the ball, just looked down there, cursed the ground. As he went to play it, moved, squirted on the pitch away from his boot.
Yes, you've got to have 100% concentration on the ball tonight, because that can happen. You know, your foot's just going to slip from under you. You're going to hit a lot of poor passes. At the moment, Liverpool are trying to play to feet a little bit too often. I think with these conditions, you know, you'd be better served trying to hit balls over the top for the pace of Kewell and Heskey, and just try and peg Steaua back in their own half for a spell.
Great atmosphere, though. Holds 30,000, this open bowl of a stadium. I think UEFA need to do something, though, to standardise facilities, playing facilities. There was a banner up in the ground, actually, away to the left-hand end, until about 15 minutes before kick-off, when I gather a UEFA official spotted it and may have ordered it to be taken down. The banner read, UEFA celebrates, don't just remember Western European money. In other words, invest some cash in Eastern European football. I think that is necessary. questionable as to where a great deal of money has gone from certain Eastern European clubs over the years. But it's poor, Ray. The safety stand is outside the ground. It's a marsh around the stadium. I don't think would get past in England or Western European countries.
Oh, no question about it. I mean, you and I trying to get across, you know, from we had to get out the taxi, the walk we had to get here was incredible, wasn't it?
900 Liverpool fans had to climb up, apparently, through woods in darkness with no lights. And is inviting trouble and accidents. Murphy, good link up with Heskey. Fellaini. Good ball over the top by Dimitri. Looking for the galloping, on-rushing Daniel Oprita. Scored against Neyman Grodno in the qualifying round in this UEFA Cup competition this season, or Romanian international. Pitch already being torn up. Difficult for Kuhl and Juve. Look at that, the divots all too plain, I'm afraid. It's going to be a very tight match, actually. The Liverpool defence has conceded just 19 goals in 21 away matches in Europe since the start of the treble year. Very consistent.
Sami Hyypiä there looking at Jerzy Dudek. Yeah, I think he was looking for a call from him there to come and take that. It is skipping through when it comes through from quite high up, and Dudek really didn't take charge of that situation. He should have been coming out calling for it and making sure he came and collected the ball.
9 minutes gone. Dudek 4 clean sheets this season in his 13 games. Raducanu. He was fouled by Bishkan. He did go to the ground. Finnan looking for Heskey. The flamboyantly coloured Hamotovsky away. This girl's in Belarus. What on earth was that? Valerio Rakita. Very experienced Rakita. It's a dreadful ball. Well, you can give us your comments on the pitch and anything about the first half by texting us. Text the word comment, followed by your view, to 80088, and that text will cost 25p. Kuhl looking for Heskey, it nearly bounced through. Liverpool unbeaten away from home in Europe since September of last year at Valencia. That's the Steaua coach, Peturka. Fellaini. Aliuta, big splash of water. Gerrard to Kuhl. Surrounded by blue shirts. Rutica. Gabriel Bosch. Stoica, from the centre-back three, dispossessed. Liverpool perhaps can break. Not exactly the surface for a slick, quick breakaway. On Arisa on the edge of the penalty area. Offside. Interesting, our guys in the tunnel, Ray, beforehand asked a couple of the Liverpool representative, Gerard Houllier, about the pitch, very wet. Chris Kirkland, very off his faces and comments. They asked Sammy Lee about the pitch. It's just a pitch.
It's green, it's got goalposts, it's got white lines, let's get on with it. You can see the tactics of Steaua already though, can't you? You know, I think they believe that Liverpool have got a weakness in the centre of the defence with pace, and they're trying to chip balls from the back line to the strikers, but with the wind the way it's blowing at the moment, it's just pushing it through too quickly through to Jerzy Dudek in the goal. But it might be a problem for Liverpool in the second half because it will hold up against the wind.
This is Hyypiä. 50 games in Europe now for the club. Dispossessed by Radoy. Now, Florentin Dimitru. It's for it again. Steps Finnan. Little break here to Gerrard. To Emil Heskey. Well, I'm ashamed to say in 2003, you can hear the whistling, you can hear the booing when it goes to Heskey. It is disgraceful. Heskey, the best possible way to pay them back is to score. Early on I thought, no, let's give them the benefit of the doubt, but unfortunately in Eastern Europe we are once again seeing racist abuse of a black player. UEFA, Ray, have got to hit them hard, and they won't, you know.
And he's had it quite a few times, hasn't he, Emil Heskey, in his career, and in recent months as well. Not only for Liverpool, but also for England. But what he's got to do now, Jonathan, is just get on with his game. You know, and he needs to be that big physical presence up there, holding the ball up.
Free kick to Liverpool. Murphy. Heskey slithered. I remember an exact same sort of evening here when West Ham came. It was a game that we showed on 5 back in the 99-2000 series season. They lost 2-0. Untidy defending. Oplita's throw in, looking for Raducanu. Gerrard, who's already covering a lot of ground. Finnan. Harry Kewell dropping deep. Cold, wet and windy. 900 Liverpool fans, admirable to come this far. El Hadj Diouf. Still, Mutika went across. Now El Hadj Diouf has gone beyond him. Lofts in the cross. Riso was arriving on the edge of the penalty area. Away by Radoy. Murphy slid in from too far away, caught his man. Sensible refereeing. He's given the free kick, but no yellow card. On a night like this, I think he has to be sensible, the referee.
Oh, no question about it. I think he made the right decision here. It's a genuine attempt to win the ball. He actually touched the ball first, and then he's followed through, caught Dimitru and the ankle. But good refereeing there, because with the conditions the way they are, Jonathan, there are going to be times when players are going to slide in and catch people. But I don't think it's really you know, that they've meant it. It's just the fact they are trying to win the ball, but conditions are so poor.
Quarter of an hour play. Was it the right decision to play?
Well, I think time will tell. At the moment, you know, they're getting away with it. And both teams, you know, have tried to get the ball down and play.
Good defending. Pushed away by Mutika. Now Dimitru, Raducanu. His feet went from underneath him as he went to control it. Look at the despair. Claudio Raducanu, top league scorer in Romanian football last season with 21. Scoring spree at the moment. Diouf to Gerrard.
In the end, this isn't football at the moment, is it? You know, that's just a lottery out there.
Raducanu, off and chasing. Ishkan there with him. Smart turn on the surface like this, and then as he tried to play it in then, it just caught the water and sat still as he tried to find Bostina. This is Rakita, the old man of the side at 33 at the back. Third spell at the club, for whom he's won 5 titles. Now the most successful Romanian side in history. The pale shadow of the club that won the Champions Cup in '86, beating Cherry Venables Barcelona on penalties. Falemi. This is Dumitru. He's the playmaker. Gerrard up to Heskey, and he took it well, didn't he? Oh, spoilt it at the end. Right, that's what Liverpool have got to do on a night like this, just get it up and away to him.
Well, you've got to get it in the air a lot of the times, Jonathan, because we've seen in certain areas, you know, when you try to pass the ball, particularly when there's water on the surface, if you're playing it in quite softly, it'll just sit in the water and it won't go through to its intended target. So you're better off trying to get the ball in the air and see if they can protect it up there, you know.
Free kick, as Heskey turned his man. 17 minutes gone here, and it hasn't really got going as a tussle, has it? Coming up on 5 on Saturday afternoon at 10 to 1. Robot Wars will be somewhat more punishing, I can promise you. New to 5 this season. The 7th Wars. Juve, nutmegged, danger here. Fouled his man as he stretched to try and win back possession. Stoico went down. Yellow card given. He was stretching in the... I think he's saying to the referee, it was my first tackle of the night.
Well, I think he was actually saying, Jonathan, he felt he got a bit of the ball when he went in for that particular challenge. But did you see what happened earlier too? You know, one of the Liverpool defenders, Bishkan, he's gone past the ball because of the surface. He's slid into the holdings behind the goal. It's just a real lottery out there at the moment.
Half a dozen bookings in 13 games this season. Over the bar. Snappy effort. He comes to the right side, Dumitru. He's got a dozen goals in his career from normally a right fullback position, Dumitru. Gerrard. Falemi pushed into Harry Kewell. Liverpool have done splendidly away from home in recent years in Europe. I think so. 2-0 win, a draw at Porto and at Barcelona. Looks pensive, doesn't he? Because I guess, Ray, you just can't predict what's going to happen on a night like this.
We can, and you know, it could be a double whammy for them. You know, they could get a poor result today, could pick up some injuries, and they've got such an important game as well on Sunday against Manchester United, one of their main rivals for the Premiership this season. You know, they've been on a good run of form in the last. Confidence is high, and they want that to continue, but you don't want that at a price.
3 wins on the spin. Radoy settles for the throw-in. Heading for Euro 2004. Valerio Rakita. Crossfield ball, drop short. Kill. His first touch eluded him. And in came Dorel Mutika. Firin said European football. Can take him away from Fulham and to Anfield in the summer. Risa fails to control. Rakita. Aliuta. Looking for Bostina, well seen by Firin. Emil Heskey is forward of him. Played up to Emil Heskey, tries to touch it back.
Emil Heskey's got to switch on a little bit quicker here because balls are flashing around him. I know it's hard for him with the conditions at the moment, Jonathan, but I think he's letting it dictate his play. You know, he needs to have a little bit more movement about him. When the ball comes in, he's got his stick, he's got to protect it. That can bring the midfield players into it, and Liverpool can retain better possession of the ball.
Finan and Juve linking well. Now Finan forward to Emil Heskey. Good strength. Finan into Harry Kewell. The cover was there as he turned from Dumitru. Bostina tries to link with Aliuta. Danny Murphy wins it back. Murphy to El Hadjouf. Looking, he's got Kewell in the middle. Risa there as well. Gerard making a late run, looking for Harry Kewell.
But But there, that's where you're looking to put a decent ball into the box for your main striker, which is Emoeski, and he's virtually on his the centre circle.
That's Traore! Oh, what about that? What about that for Liverpool? Jimmy Traore has scored for Liverpool for the first time, and they are 1-0 up midway through the half of a game that may or may not finish, but what a tremendous strike for him.
Well, he's right foot as well, Jonathan. Quite incredible. Just caught Steaua ball watching here. On his right foot, just curls it to the far post, and the goalkeeper Homatovsky had absolutely no chance. Clinical finish from Jimmy Traore, and a great start in this match for Liverpool.
His first goal for the club.
Exactly what you wanted in an away goal, Jonathan, in a game like this.
He touched it a little bit too far ahead. Stretched that long leg out. Liverpool won't mind the wet and the rain. Mostina. Here's the main danger. The keeper was well positioned. Juve chasing. The rain is getting heavier. Finnan to Gerrard, who has been magnificent. Come rain or shine, you know that's going to happen though. Heskey, unlucky. So Liverpool ahead through an unlikely source. Never lost a European tie after winning a first leg away from home. That's Radoy, easily cut out. Dimitri. Little chip to Radoy. Had no chance going through that puddle. WWF bout.
Over the top of the puddle to make sure the ball wouldn't stick in the water there. Good thinking. He's a very, very good player. You can see he is undoubtedly the class player in this Steaua side.
So Dimitri's got Raducanu in there, Oplita in the box as well. Rakita to come in. Also in there was Falemi, didn't quite get a touch. Now Risa, blocked by Radoy. Falemi. Aliuta. Pumps it long. Looking for mentioned there in the commentary, this game may or may not finish tonight. It's still questionable. That was the last word from the referee in the tunnel to our representatives down there. What about the pitch ref? I'll wait to see later. That was just before kickoff. Gerrard looking for Kuhl. We'll get there. We'll win the race. Harry Kuhl! Back got Radoy. He's hurt himself as well, the captain of Steaua București. He won the chase because the ball got stuck as the goalkeeper advanced, to be honest. And splendid defending. Fantastic defending, first class from Radoy, because that looked like it was going to be the second goal for Liverpool. So wonderful through ball from Steven Gerrard. The pace of the ball was excellent. Just maybe Harry Kuhl was offside. The referee decided to give him the benefit of the doubt. He went round the keeper. A great defending from the skipper. Murphy with the corner kick. Heskey towards the... Let's go down to the touchline, far side from us, around about the tunnel area. John Helm, you have news.
Yeah, thanks, Jonathan. They're talking about a policeman not having a happy lot. What about a linesman, or an assistant referee, as they call them these days, and the fourth official? The two gentlemen from Italy, I can tell you, are cursing and swearing. I thought it was only footballers who did that. But the two officials here are very unhappy about the conditions under which they're having to work tonight. We talk about a lottery. They're in charge of a lottery tonight, but they're not enjoying it one iota.
Hard conditions for everyone. Dimitri. How can he stop himself there? put the brakes on and just stopped immediately when players are losing their footing so easily. Wonderful bit of skill. They do seem strongest down this right-hand side, Ray. Radoy and Dumitru teaming up. There's the throw from the captain. Aluita. He's dangerous. Won't stay in play now. Just took the deflection, corner kick then. Liverpool leading it with Jimmy Traore's goal. 24 minutes. Hupia marshalling his defence in there. Dumitru with the corner kick. Throw it only this time. Raducanu comes short looking for it. Back to Dumitru. Got there first. Jerzy Dudek chose to punch. Right decision probably on a night like this. To Cure, great space to the right. If they can play it out to Juve. Heskey uses Finnan first. Gerrard sees the run of Risa, tries an expansive crossfield ball. Goalkeeper right to punch there, Ray. It's moving, I think, in the air as well, isn't it?
Well, not only that, Jonathan, but the ball's so wet at the moment. If he goes to catch it, you know, he might just drop it, and it could be costly. A good decision from Jerzy Dudek.
Well, that's a strange one. It wasn't the best of challenges by Jimmy Traore on alley. Defence unhappy, the free kick's been given. Florentin Dumitru will take it. The current Romanian squad heading for the Euro finals. Raducanu forward in there. Oprita in there as well. Rakita, Mutika, Falemi Rose, good punch away by Jerzy Dudek. Stoica, last man back for Steaua. Raducanu was the man who was languishing in the offside position. Liverpool still lead it 1-0. Coming up, more football for you. Wednesday, the 19th of November, make a date. Holland against Scotland. The second leg of the Euro 2004 playoffs. Live on 5 at 7:15. You there for that one? Stoica forward. What do you make of the Vishkan situation? Because Stefan Osho is pressing, but he's done well, I think, this season. His best spell.
I think of the two centre-halves over the course of the season, Gerard Dula's been far happier with his performance level than he has of Sami Hupia. I don't think, I've got to be honest, Stefan Osho's fit enough at the moment. He's had long-term injuries, been out for quite some time, and I think he's going to ease him back gently, give him a game here and there until he gets his fitness level up.
Up to it up in the air, away by Rakita, one back strongly by Murphy. Stoica. Free kick goes Liverpool's way. Raducanu burrowing in under Vishkan, who's played in the last 11 Liverpool games. I think his previous best run was 4 matches in a row. Houllier. Now he's beginning to win back friends with Liverpool's current run. Big week for them with Manchester United at the weekend. Murphy. Gerrard fails to control. Bostina. Stoica. Gerrard quickly in, wins it back for Liverpool. Looks to release Heskey. Very quick in there again. He made the initial error, he lost possession. Tigrishley wins it back again.
Aye, fantastic, wasn't it? Really cool, but then he had the desire to go and win the tackle after that, and then as he went forwards, you know, he just tried to hit that, even the pass in for Emo Heskey. I thought it was such a difficult ball, Jonathan. He might have been better off running at him and committing the defender.
It's a shame that this stadium hasn't been improved over the years, because Bucharest as a city is growing, expanding, modernising. After the years of rule by the Ceausescu family, still this is an open bowl, open to the elements. The pitch is poor. Dimitri takes it quickly. Aliuta. Liverpool have bodies back, blocked it easily. Stoika. Given away. Gerrard. El Hadji, plenty of time. If he looks up way across the far side of the pitch, he had John Arisa briefly in space. There he is. The cover was back. Murphy. Raducanu. Aliuta to his left-hand side. Oprita here on the right. It's good defending again by Bishkan. He was fouled.
You can see when Steaua going forward there, you've got Oprita and Raducanu going forward, but the midfield is so far away from them, which is good news for Liverpool, because they're isolating the strikers, and the 4 defenders of Liverpool can quite easily deal with the 2 strikers of Steaua. It's been a good start for Liverpool in trying conditions.
Sort of a push on the back of Radoy. The referee was well placed. Pupia looking for Cure, screened it well. Lacked a little bit of support, or lacked support quick enough. Dimitri. Aliuta foul. Nelhadj just got to watch a little bit. Already cautioned. This is Mutika. I know they couldn't risk Michael Owen. They never were going to risk him, let alone in conditions like this, Ray. To get these 2 centre-backs.
Oh yeah, they've got no pace about him, which all bodes well for the return leg if he's needed.
Oh, Gerrard, he just caught in the water! And Dudek saves from Raducanu. That is the danger on a night like this. The ball passed back, got stuck in a puddle, and Steaua's top scorer nearly always wraps those away.
Why pass it back, Jonathan? In these conditions, why pass it back to the keeper? You know, all he has to do is just put his foot through it, put it forward and get it up the field. He's just putting his keeper under pressure when he does it.
Finnan. Kuhl has El Hadj over there, 3 in the middle. Rakito away. The impressive Dumitru. Kuhl fouled him. Can't risk a back pass. Bostina. Still holding. Aliuta, this is a good spell here by Steaua. Radoy. Oprita. Falemi to Aliuta again. Bostina forward. Bishkan well placed. Now Kuhl. Heskey with power. The ball had too much carry. Falemi. Well won by Risa and on by Murphy. And Gerrard in there was fouled. It's good referee. Gerrard sees El Hadji and Steaua were sleeping. This is a chance here for Liverpool to wrap up the away leg. In towards Heskey. Was he pushed in there? Risa with the header wide. I think Heskey was pushed as he went for the ball in the air. We'll see it again, but Risa was wide anyway.
I think you're right, Jonathan, with the push, but it was a lovely ball in the first place out to El Hadji. If he crosses in, he can see quite clearly Muchika is pulling at Emil Heskey. Certainly that the referee or his assistant should have seen it, but John Harney for Liverpool. It's a wonderful cross
is Finnan. And Juve, deep lying position. Lost his bearings, didn't he? He was tighter to the touchline than he thought. Stoica with the throw. And back to the 27-year-old. The side because of an injury to Parashkif, who featured here against Southampton. Raducanu again. There's a stir around the ground when he picks it up, Claudio Raducanu. It's not his night so far. We have a double-header of UEFA Cup action for you on 5. On Thursday, the 27th of November, in the afternoon. Manchester City. And then in the evening, Liverpool against Steaua București, the return leg of this match. Plenty of football up and coming on 5. Kjol is gently done. Reserve. It's Kjol again. That's good goalkeeping.
Excellent goalkeeping. Because that was a delightful ball in from John Arne Riise, trying to find Harry Kjol in the middle of the goal there, but Toski came out and gathered it well.
Keeper's wasted it though with a clearance. Altogether, a very satisfactory first half for Liverpool. Although Steaua have got stronger in the last 10 minutes. Dumitru to Radoj. This is Oprita, turned away from the Liverpool goalscorer Traore through the splashing water. Dumitru pushed over. There was a touch, but he flopped into the mire very easily.
No need though, is there? He's gone absolutely nowhere. John Arne Riise certainly did just push Dumitru, and it's put the Steaua in a good position here.
He'll take the free kick himself. He's got Oprita in there, and Raducanu, Rakita as well. Send it away. Sami Hyypiä back out wide. Dumitru. It's a very good header away, Emil Heskey. Radoj. Danger not yet over. Radoj again. Still 3 in the middle. Falemi's there. He goes for goal. Well off target. Well wide from Radoj. President of the club, who's a property magnate here in Bucharest, says they will accept an offer almost inevitably from Spanish football for Radoj. I don't think it'll be long before Dumitru moves the way he's playing tonight. Falemi. Rakita. Mutika. Slipped as he played it. Vishkan's clearance away for a throw-in. Last year of the UEFA Cup as it is. Next season there's a knockout round, then it goes into a league status. 8 groups of 5, and then back into a knockout phase again. Radoj. A shot by Stoica. Oh dear, it went wide, but the more dramatic picture was Oprita slithering in at the far post and crashing into the advertising hoarding.
I think when he struck that, he was in an offside position, wasn't he? But Jimmy Traore, the full-back for Liverpool, didn't look behind him. He didn't see Oprita at all, and if the linesman didn't put his flag up, that could have been the equaliser. You've got to concentrate 100% for the full 90 minutes.
It is miserable. Finnan with the throw. Heskey. Juve was Fouling, said the assistant referee from Italy. Consolo. Falemi was pulled by Harry Kewell. I don't know if you can hear it, but he's trying to coordinate all the singing in a bellowing, raucous voice. This is Oprita! Dudek can't hold, gathers at the second attempt.
No, but fortunately there wasn't Jerzy Dudek. I mean, Oprita turned Sami Hyypiä far too easily here, gets his strike at goal. The keeper tries his smother, it slips out his hands, and then fortunately there was no Steaua player coming in, or else that could have been the equaliser.
Heskey tried to flick it on to Harry Kewell. Aliuta. Fancy Liverpool to get a second decisive chance on a possible break. I think the Steaua coach, Victor Pachuca, will be too happy with his two centre-backs. They normally play in a back five, of course. This is Oprita. Aliuta. Floated it. Oh, that's a good effort. And that's a fine save. Cleverly done, Aliuta.
I just think he catches Jerzy Dudek by surprise here, doesn't he, Aliuta? He's hit it from distance. I don't think Dudek thought he was going to strike it from here. 35 yards out from goal. Keeper goes across. He doesn't know if it's going in or not. He can't gamble and decides to put it behind for a corner.
Dumitru, Falemi at the near post. Couldn't get enough twist on the head.
I think it's about 3 or 4 corners they've had, or free kicks from that side of the field, and every ball they've put in has been near post, and they haven't really got a chance from it.
Did it then for Liverpool. Reset on. Last 30 seconds of the half. Traore. Miscue. There he is, not a megaphone, a microphone. It seems to be connected with a PA system. That can't be right, can it? The half-time whistle blows on a mucky, really treacherous pitch. But that is a very satisfactory half for Liverpool, with the first goal in the red colours of Anfield for Jimmy Traore. And they go off here on a tricky, tricky night. 1-0. The Liverpool players out with a new red strip. Steaua have changed as well, with a fresh blue kit on. The referee still muddied. And Steaua will kick us off and underway. Kicking from right to left, away from the Liverpool fans. The 900 who've made the journey here deserve medals. Radoy forward, looking for Raducanu. Away by Murphy. To Kewell. There's Gerrard, who sees the run of Finnan. Bostina comes back. Now Aliuta. There was a danger in the first half. Dimitri caught in possession. Gerrard in again. I think he has been marvellous again. Juve looking for Heskey. Away by Rakita. Mutiga, poor touch. Well, we've seen those banners before. What we achieve in life echoes in eternity, and the Kingfisher in Kirkby as well. And 4 European Cup successes on that banner, of course. Gerrard, the free kick, free header as well. John Arisa. Should have been 2.
It's a great ball in, isn't it, here from Steven Gerrard. I just think that a bit of communication between El Hadjduf and John Arisa, and between the two of them, this could have been a simple header at goal. Should have left it, John Arisa, for El Hadjduf, because he was coming back trying to get a header on target. Never going to do it, certainly in behind him. El Hadjouf was in a better position to get his header, which he should have put on and would have.
Has scored since March. Oh, Liverpool stretched here, offside flag raised. Raducanu appreciates and applauds the quality of the pass over the top. Claudio on the back of his shirt, his Christian name. He's complaining that Liverpool are wasting time on a wretched night of rain, cold and wind now is getting up. Bowl of the ground out on the western side. Costina away, Gerrard once more well placed. Kuhl keeping his feet. Throw into Liverpool. Ooh, goes the other way. Dumitru looking for a Prita. Troy is behind him. And Hupia. Covered a lot of ground, Dumitru. Costina. Dumitru through Gerrard. Costina. And still. And that's a worthy effort on a tricky night, and the keeper did well.
Hey, well taken there by Jerzy Dudek. Fortunately for him, it was straight at him. But that all came about from Steven Gerrard losing the tackle to Dumitru. Costina brought forward a good strike. Fortunately for Liverpool, straight at Jerzy Dudek.
Gabriel Costina, one of the few players not to make a full international appearance yet in the Steaua squad for Lamy. Pompilio Stoico away. Liverpool ball now. I think Biscan's a bit fortunate there. Stephen Finnan. Kuhl again showing for it, wanting the ball. Mutika tumbling away. Showing all his 30 years there. It's been a tough night for the two veteran centre-backs for Steaua București. Harry Kuhl, El Hadjouf floats it. Keeper should gather and does. Looks to release quickly, can't. Total waste of possession. Look at that, Ray. Downfield, he had one player up front, Raducanu. 4 reds around him, and anyway it was slanted out.
Well, that's just because Liverpool have started the second half brightly. They've put the home side under pressure. And in truth, John, from what I've seen of Steaua this evening, they don't look good enough to break Liverpool down at the moment.
We all live in a yellow submarine, is being, or words to the effect, being sung in Romanian in the crowd. And apart from that earlier whistling and booing of Emil Heskey with his first touch, that's a header wide again by John Arne Riise. Apart from that, they haven't repeated that, I'm glad to say. And they have created atmosphere in the defence of the Steaua Bucharest fans. And it's been a horrible night to drum up any sort of atmosphere. Riise with a header wide. Two efforts he's had in this second half, getting forward more then. Costina. Raducanu wants it played in. Here he is, just too far from him. Oh, Traore's clearance hit him and bounced wide. Screams of anguish all around us in the stand.
Well, it was poor defending, wasn't it, from Jimmy Traore? Why is he playing it against them? You know, you can see that Raducanu's in front of him. He should be just putting that behind for a corner kick. But that all came about because there was indecision between Biscan and El Hadjouf. Biscan thinks El Hadjouf's going to header it in the opposite way around as well. Someone's got to take control of that situation and make sure they go and win the ball.
Boozer for a Liverpool free kick on the halfway line. Perhaps any moment now they'll break into Niciodata Nove Singer. You'll never walk alone in Romania. Dumitru away. Came off Hupia's shoulder. Gerrard's tackle was ragged. Cover though by Murphy. Well played. under his feet. He was fouled. Harry Kewell left the foot there trailing. Quite a curious role for Fellaini, actually.
Well, what I said earlier, Jonathan, whenever Harry Kewell gets on it, Fellaini's the closest one to him. I think that is his job, because Harry's not playing right up alongside MLS. He's dropping off into a more central midfield role as well. And
this is Emil Heskey to Juve. Making slow progress. Juve holding. Trying to play for the corner. Throw in. Hit Murphy on the hand. Oh, he's unlucky there. Referee's given a free kick against him. I think that's desperately unlucky. True. Rakita, Radoy in space. They've moved the ball quickly there. Oprita, Jimmy Traore gets back at him. And all in a splash and a huddle, they're out together. Fellaini. Radoy with the cross, pinged in. Huppier blocked. Foul, surely. On Jimmy Traore. Yellow card for Fellaini.
it's a poor challenge, isn't it? There's no intention to win the ball there. Just came in the back of Jimmy Traore. What Liverpool don't want at the moment is to pick up any injuries.
From the Petrolul Ploiești club. Paid their first visit to Romania in European club competition to that club way back in the mid-60s. And they were beaten. It went to a playoff, actually, in the European Champions Cup first round tie. Liverpool won it eventually with goals from St John and Thompson, I think. Memory serves me correctly. Dave Galley out there, Liverpool physio. Jimmy Traore awaits permission to come back on, and the free kick taken at length. Dumitru trying to be a little bit too clever. El Hadji has gone to that left-hand side. Traore. Murphy. To Gerrard again. Finnans. Down to the just out of the bottom of your picture. Here he comes now. Good cross into the box. Risa forward again. El Hadji keeps it in. Chance for Liverpool. Plays it back. Murphy shot. The defender, I think it was Rakito who got the last touch away.
That was a chance. It really was a chance, wasn't it? It's a delightful ball in from Steve Finnan, causes all sorts of problems. Johnny Arnorisa with the flick, balls to El Hadji. I thought he was going to strike it here.
Here comes the corner kick. Oh, won by Traore. Dumitru. Oprita to Aliuta. Dumitru again. Finnan covered across for Liverpool in a centre-half position. Second half, stretched. Liverpool still leading with the Jimmy Traore goal. Midway through the first half. It's a good ball. Looking for Radoy. Reese's clearance deflected off the Steaua captain. Dumitru. He's had such a busy night. Stoica. That's poor. Kewell. El Hadji. Can he motor now? For Heskey. Play on. Won fairly by Risa. Juf. Where's he going to go here now? Referee's blown. What's he blown for?
I haven't got a clue there, Jonathan. I know he's bringing on a substitute. Matalik's coming on, and El Hadj Diouf looks like the player going off. He's had a poor night. He really has. And the other thing, he could have been warnings, and there he went in for a challenge on Mujika, and I think if the referee seen it, it could have produced a second yellow.
So the 19-year-old Frenchman from Andon comes on. His 11th game for Liverpool, his 3rd in Europe. That's Rakita. Finnan with the throw. Dumitru. Stoika. Breaks to Falemi. Aliuta. That's a good pass. Now Radoi. Rakita. Broke down on the final ball again.
That's where they've struggled at the moment. Not really had a telling pass. Side, and he's leaving that gap over on that right-hand side, the left, the Liverpool. Radoi's got there on 2 or 3 occasions that could cost him.
Murphy to the Talak. Here's Heskey. Look at the water splashing away. Talak didn't continue his run. Falemi's there. Heskey. Gerrard, there's Risa again, and still Kewell's offside after the football. Escape to victory. John Walk in there, Russell Osman in there, Paul Cooper is involved, I think.
Yeah, Kevin O'Callaghan.
And Sylvester Stallone, who I think got a little bit confused. He didn't think he was playing a goalkeeper, thought he was playing Tigger from Winnie the Pooh, leaping and bouncing all over the place. You wait till you see it if you haven't seen it yet. Terrific old football war yard.
Yeah, the other player wasn't bad either. Peely.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, yeah.
Aussie Ardiles. Steaua going to make a substitution. Boschina's had a look across to the bench, may well be him. Free kick to Liverpool. Murphy on. Just the Traore goal between the two of them. Murphy, Gerrard. Heskey gets the header. Well, Heskey, 5 goals this season. And on a rich vein of scoring form for the club.
He's always a threat in the air, isn't he? You know, he's got that physical presence about him. And when he really goes with that desire to go and win the head, he gets his head to it, and there, just a little bit of elevation on the ball, took it over the bar.
Needs to keep the run going, though. 13 in 61 for club and country this year. Will it break to Kewell? Rakita just got across after the earlier stumble by Mutiko, stabs it out now. Aliuta looking for that ball away wide towards the right-hand side again. Oprita. Traore's in front of him. Raducanu back to him. Murphy went down briefly. Away by Sami Hupia. Talak has not gone into a challenge with enough meat and muscle behind it. Stoika. Away from the young Frenchman again. Boschina. Falemi. Boschina. That's well played. Raducanu. There was that surge of the crowd again as Claudio Raducanu picked it up but wide.
Good play, good one-touch football from Steaua. Just felt when Raducanu picked this up, he was always off balance, always falling backwards, never going to get the strike on target. Might have been better served, trying to play the ball wide. He had a couple of players in and around him who were in better positions than him. And in the end, he just went harmlessly wide.
Well, it is Bostina who goes away. And who's the player coming on? Is that Adrian Pitu who's coming on that far side? It is indeed. A 28-year-old, been around a while at various clubs before coming to Steaua. Over 150 games in top-flight football in Romania. I don't think they're as strong a side, though, as the team that faced West Ham here 3 or 4 seasons ago, nor the team that played Aston Villa a couple of years before that.
And yet it's the same team that beat Southampton in the previous round.
Traore. Look tight. Conditions for the Liverpool goal scorer, and the rest out there for Lamy, who's getting stronger as the game goes on. Misplaced pass, Gerrard now. Murphy right by him again. Gerrard still there on the ground, trying to flick it forward to Risa. There's Heskey, that was a bad ball. Heskey with a cross shot, easily saved by Chobotowski. Liverpool stay here tonight, by the way, fly back tomorrow. Then they have Manchester United, certainly for their championship season. I think another defeat and they've very little chance. Well, he could go all the way here, Risa, suddenly a gap opened up. Keeper's block was easy.
No real belief here from John Arne Riise. I don't think he really felt that he was going to score himself. He took it rather early. You know, there was a lot of room between him and the keeper. He could have took him on. Maybe went round him, tried to curl it past the keeper, but in the end just hit.
For Liverpool, actually. Carrick had the one off the line in the first half from Radoui. Atalak. Gerrard. Valeriu Rakita, the 33-year-old, just stretching enough.
Well, that's where the problem's been, isn't it? Rakita and Mutika, they're not good enough, are they? You know, they're lacking pace, and you just feel that if Liverpool can get some balls in behind them for the pace of Kuhl, or Gerrard getting forwards, or Heskey, they will cause problems for them.
Gerrard. Curious. Raducanu. Aliuta. And they can break here, Steaua. This is Pitu, fresh legs, the substitute. Chased by Atalak, he's still going, Jimmy Traore, the cover. Pitu still. Balloon. Keeper thought about coming. Away by Hopia. Gerrard. Kuhl on. Defender slips. Mutika it was. This is Emil Heskey. All got stuck up again. Chance is gone, surely. Still Heskey, perhaps. Corner is the best they got.
Just delivered that a little bit earlier, Emil Heskey. Had plenty of players in support. Danny Murphy made the ground up to get in the box. Harry Kuhl was in there, but just indecisive in what he wanted to do. Maybe didn't know whether to shoot with it or put it across the face of the goal. In the end, he did nothing.
Steaua, choreographer of the music, still trying to get the beat raised, but it's Liverpool on the attack. Kuhl was wide. Atalak was in there. Gets into useful positions for a young man.
You see what the goalkeeper, watch the goalkeeper, Chobotowski, and this ball comes in, he goes back towards his goal, he actually ends up in the back of the net. I don't think he could have done a lot about that if he was actually on target. I think he just lost his bearings where he was.
Anthony Letelek scored his first goal for Liverpool in the last round, on 5 against Olympia. Radoui, Jimmy Traore back and plays it away. Don't forget, more football tonight on 5. Football night, midnight, featuring all the big stories. Busy night of UEFA Cup action, of course. Liverpool ball, goal kick. Midway through the second half. Still, more than reasonable job for Liverpool.
A solid performance so far, Jonathan, in trying conditions we've said a few times this evening. But they've gone about their work in the right way tonight. They've not really gave Steaua any real chances at goal. And Liverpool look the more likely to get another goal in this match.
Second half started very brightly. The last 4 or 5 minutes sagged away though, Ray. Natale. Danny Murphy's had a very strong night at the centre of that. Gerrard. Oh dear, poor Emileski. Legs just went completely away from him. Oh, it's come all the way through. Raducanu this time, surely, yes. The Liverpool defence breached, and Steaua's top scorer finally makes them pay after missing a couple of earlier opportunities. Steaua București 1, Liverpool 1. What a mucky old night.
And what a poor goal this is defensively from Liverpool. I don't think the ball was actually meant for Raducanu, but I tell you what, he finished it sublimely well. See the ball through here, look at the Liverpool back players, caught square, the ball was allowed to get between the two centre-halves. Dudek comes out, but Raducanu just slips it underneath him. Keeper's got no chance, but I'm sure Gerard Houllier will not be happy with his two centre-halves and the way they defended that ball.
Straight through the middle of the pair. Raducanu wrapped it in. Third goal in this season's UEFA Cup for the Steaua top scorer. Flares, blooming smoke out from the Steaua fans. Heskey's header on. John Arnorisa. His misses at the start of the second half. Had 2 or 3 opportunities, headed opportunities. Worrying times here for Liverpool. They can't mess about with it. They cannot mess about with it. This is Dimitri Raducanu. And eventually it trickles to the hands of Jerzy Dudek.
What's going on at the moment? This is suicidal defending from Liverpool. They know.
Liverpool on the break though. Kill. Stretch.
It's end-to-end stuff at the moment. Liverpool defensively are struggling at the moment. They really are. They should just be clearing the lines, getting the ball forward, keeping it nice and tight. They've just gave a goal away. You don't want to give away a second. But at the moment, you would say that could be.
So what amounts to be 4 one-on-ones Raducanu in the game? Tremendous atmosphere in here now. Fans on their feet, singing with gusto. 20 minutes to go. I've got a feeling Steaua, were thinking about making another substitution just before that goal. They may have changed their mind. Mutika, foul. No real need to make the challenge in there either. Mutika away. Pitu drops to Gerrard. Good touch and motoring. And and trying to get it back again. Typically Steven Gerrard, the Liverpool captain. Back it away. Traore again, for me that looked like a weary touch. That's P2 and that's wide.
This is where you need your experienced players. The likes of Steven Gerrard in the middle of the park. Now he's got to start putting his foot on the ball, trying to play some simple passes, get up to the front man, and then squeeze the back players up so you get a nice balance 4-4-2, and you don't allow any space for Steaua to get the ball into the strikers.
They are going to make that substitution any moment now, Steaua. They're going to bring on a forward, Adrian Neaga. Once for Romania a couple of years ago, and Saliuta was going off. Well, that does surprise me, Ray. It's a forward for a midfield player, but a very clever and talented midfield player is going off.
Yeah, slightly surprised about that. Aliuta, I thought, you know, a left-footed player. He's got the ball down, he's passed it out there nice and crisply. But maybe they want to go for broke now. They're going to go with 3 strikers and put this Liverpool defence under more pressure.
Mujica. 1-1. Liverpool have the chances at the start of the second half to wrap it all up. P2. Talek did well and was fouled. Good refereeing. It's going to bring out a yellow here. P2, the substitute. The referee's done well, actually. He let a couple of challenges go early because of the conditions, and he's had to just calm things down a little bit. He stepped in.
Well, when he needed to produce the yellow card, he has, for the right reasons. You know, that was a poor foul from P2 because Letalic was playing the ball when he came in and caught them, and that was the right decision.
The flick, Kuhl tried to get back to him. Murphy again scuttles across to cover. Don't forget that big Euro 2004 playoff second leg coming up on 5, Holland against Scotland. That's Wednesday the 19th of November at 7:15. Traore got back with strength there. Slithered into the advertising hoarding as he covered back. Chasing back on Oprita. He hurt himself as well. Dumitru with the corner kick. High. Rakita was in there, so too was Hopia. Oh, that's a tremendous strike by Mujica. He leathered it.
I think it's actually a fantastic save, you know. I really do. He's hit this like an absolute rocket when it comes out to him. Hard shot to strike this. He's got it on target. Jerzy Dugan just the slightest of touches on it.
That swung away. That's a goal kick. Swung out of play first. That's a terrific save. Suddenly the whole complexion of the game has changed. Liverpool 1-0 to the good, creating chances. You'd have thought they'd have gone on and won it 2 or 3 at that stage.
That's their own fault, Jonathan. It's at the back where the problems have been between Biscan and Hupia. You know, they've got 2 experienced players there, international players, and they've not really took charge of the situation at the back.
Can you blame conditions for that?
No, it's not on the occasions that they've gave the ball away. You know what the pitch is like, and they're still trying to pass ball square to each other at the back, and they've just put themselves under pressure.
Do that. Look at his kit. Now, did that just... I thought it may well have clipped the top of the foot of Stoiker, but it didn't. No question, Jerzy Dudek had that in the penalty area. Murphy. Talek. Murphy again. Talek. Finnan's throw. Murphy crept into space unnoticed. Heskey needs support in there. The Talak arriving. Kuhl. Finnan, three in the middle. Risa in there. Murphy in there. Gerrard in there as well. Comes in to Jimmy Traore. Surely not again. It was deflected and easily dealt with. Peter was the man who covered back on Traore in the end and just got the deflection.
Just got to be slightly careful there, Jonathan. You know, on that occasion they had all the midfield players ahead of the ball. If the goalkeeper could have picked up quickly and used it to one of his strikers, Liverpool could have been under pressure.
Maybe Didi Hamann will be brought on late on in the game, shorten things up. He's not fully fit, of course, after his lengthy period out of the side, after the operation to cure a shin problem. Again, Liverpool playing it around. Heskey, Murphy again. Couldn't quite force it wide, but he's won a free kick here and taken quickly. John Olarisa, the referee, wants it back. I tried, I think he said then to Harry Kuhl. I tried to release it, tried to get the ball away, couldn't.
Yeah, he just took an extra touch, I thought there, John. I think he should have played it early because John Olarisa was in loads of room on that left-hand side for Liverpool, and that could have been a good opportunity for them.
Gerrard going to have a dip here. Kuhl in the wall. Gerrard it was. Got the permission to take it. Slithered through the keeper's hands.
He done well in the end, Pomatovsky, because that wasn't an easy ball to deal with. Bounced in front of him. And he done the right thing, he put it behind for a corner. Steven Gerrard just dipped the ball in front of the goalkeeper, knew he couldn't keep hold of it and just pushed it around the corner.
Corner kick to Liverpool. Will it drop to Gerrard? No. Away by Niaga. P2 back to him. Oh, just in time, Bishkan covered. Gerrard. There's Kuhl on. Riso's come across on the left side of the defence here, still just outside the penalty. Now trots back, got a long way to go. Stoica, P2, and they've played it wide there, and Riso still hasn't got back, and this is a Prita. Hupia blocks. Prita once more. Dimitri is behind him. In comes across. Gerrard defending. Risa, good tough tie again. Went through the doldrums for a 10-minute period or so. Dimitri. Falemi. Falemi again. P2-2. Radoy. Good work by Liverpool to close, and Harry. Bishkan was fouled. He was fouled. Niaga didn't like the decision, but the referee was spot on. 10 minutes to go. 1-1. Six away from Heskey, Sammy Lee and Gerard Houllier there, Joe Corrigan. No Phil Thompson, I can't see him on the bench. Was here certainly yesterday. Maybe he's in the stand. Being told he's actually gone home, Phil Thompson. I hope all is okay. Gerard Houllier there. Esquion, away by Radoy. The Talek. Gerrard made it his. Finnan and Liverpool seem to lose their way. Hupia. Traore. Murphy to Gerrard. Oh! Anxious moments for Rakita and Hamutovsky. Here we go. Where are you, keeper? Whoops. Cupa away. Murphy, that's a fine ball. Cure. Minutes to go, thinning in there. I'd applaud the bright moments we've had, Ray, in the game, because it is not a night to criticise anyone for lack of quality of touch or
no question.
Short-footedness.
No, this is just about attitude and commitment, making sure that you give everything that you've got. You know you're not going to get your passing game going, and it's the team that doesn't give away enough of the ball, or doesn't make the most mistakes, will end up getting the right result.
I'd say it was like a ploughed field, but the Farmers Union would be onto me, saying they do a better job. Now, P2. Murphy. Giving it away. Unlucky bounce and break for Steaua. Talek. Up to Heskey. Mutika. Stoica. Nega. Adekanu forward. He's done Steve Finnan here. Not a bad chip to the far post. Oprita. He's done well. Dimitrov a little bit naive. Danger for Liverpool. Oprita! Looking for Niaga. A real opportunity for Steaua there.
Great footwork, wasn't it, Jonathan, from Oprita? I mean, he's turned Jimmy Traore inside out here. No real right to do this. If you look at Traore, how tight he is. He should be giving himself some space so he can see the ball. He can't. Like, he's turned him once, twice, three times. Ball in. I'll tell you what, Niaga was only inches away from converting that and giving Steaua the lead. Looking at Danny Murphy now, he's been out the side for some time with an injury, and he's looking really, really tired. And I'm surprised Gerard Houllier hasn't made a change.
Steaua going to make another one. Another substitute lined up. This is Dimitrov. He's had a fine evening. Gerard couldn't balance himself on the mud. It was going to be Nesu to come on, Mircea Nesu, a midfielder. And the coach is beckoning Oprita towards him. But his piece of footwork into the penalty area was his last contribution to the game. Daniel Oprita, Romanian international, played against Japan last month. Off he goes, and Nesu comes on.
Well, that's even more of a surprise after the run that Oprita's just had down that right-hand side, which nearly produced the second goal for Steaua.
Push by Heskey. More puddles than pitch. Raducanu. Murphy away. Still the Steaua fans sing. Jimmy Traore. And again, and Stoica. 3.5 minutes to go. Liverpool fans have come a long, long way and spent a lot of money to get here. to see everything go pear-shaped in that time. Oh, Gerrard again just couldn't get his footing. Look at him chasing, parrying though, fouling in the end. Like Bambi on ice there for a minute, Steve Gerrard, legs all akimbo and still trying to balance. Free kick given Liverpool's way. Referee waiting to see if advantage could be gained. They've come a long way. Cost a lot of them over £1,000 with the travel and the hotel and whatnot. Falemi. Dimitru to his captain Radoi. A yellow here, Danny Murphy. And that certainly was a wearied challenge.
Tired challenge, you know. I'm just surprised. You got Dietmar Hamann on the bench, who needs games as well. And just wondering why Gerrard hasn't brought him on. I know he wants to keep Danny Murphy in the team and get his fitness level up, but it just might cost him late on in this game.
Radoi, Chelsea Dudets. A couple of minutes to go. How many times in recent seasons in Europe have we seen Liverpool go away and get very good draws? Complete the job at Anfield. Good performance at Rapid Bucharest at the start of the treble-winning UEFA Cup campaign. They won there. On their last visit to Romania with a Nicky Barmby goal. Got the draw at Olympiacos, finished the job off. Got the win at Roma. They lost the return. The draw at Porto. The draw at Barcelona. Away. Gerrard. A shout of man on. Here's Risa. Played it into a dangerous area. P2. Bericano to his left. Nega to the right-hand side. And Dumitru had joined in as well. He kept holding his head. P2 it is. Looks in some pain, Adrian Dragos P2. Accidentally trodden on. Goodwill message from the club here. I don't know if you heard it, to the Liverpool fans for a safe journey home. See the second leg of this match on 5. And from what you've seen, Liverpool is now past 90 minutes, Ray. The job should be completed by Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah, no question about it, Jonathan. What I've seen of Steaua tonight, I don't think they're good enough to beat Liverpool at Anfield. And if Liverpool took the chances tonight, they could actually have put the tie beyond. Allowed Steaua to get back into the game with a poor piece of defending.
4 minutes of stoppage time. Well, 3 times they've met Premiership opposition this season now. Yet to be beaten, Steaua. Traore. Esquion. Gerrard arriving, bounced slightly too high still. Trying to force him way through. Falemi. Rakita. Down by Sami Hupia. Murphy up to Heskey, now Kuehl, knock it and run. Harry Kuehl, Radoy across there, ball holds up. Kuehl runs Radoy, possibly fouled him. The referee says he did. I like the look of Radoy, I think he's a good player.
He's done well, hasn't he? He really has. No surprise that there's some big teams in Europe looking at him at the moment. He looks very accomplished on the ball, look good pace about him now, because Harry Kuehl is extremely quick.
Only 22, Radoy. Risa. Up by Mutika. A difference to the tie. And his shot gone in. Splendid save by Jerzy Dudek. P2. Stoica was caught by Letalex. The French teenager stretching into it, caught him. P2 will take it. Falemi forward. Adukanu there, of course. So too Mutika, and Rakita is there as well. Tap to P2. And he drove it! Oh, goodness
me. Short free kick. No one really comes to close him down quickly enough. Talik had two minds who to go with. He struck it from 30 yards. Jerzy Dudek's gone across to his left-hand side, and that is only a matter of feet away from giving Steaua the lead.
Last 30 seconds, I make it. Falemi hit Kuehl's hand, actually. Well, that just sums up the night. Steven Gerrard into the puddle, out of the puddle and flying. Most of the pitch now, mush and slop. Murphy, got the touch, Risa hits the referee, who's checked his watch, blown his whistle, and it could have been better for Liverpool, but on a tricky night, they go away with Jimmy Traore's goal, having given them the lead, his first for the club.